What if I told you that the biggest reason people stay poor isn't their salary? It's not the economy, not their job, not even their background. It's their mindset. Two people can earn the same income, live in the same country, have the same opportunities, and 10 years later, one builds wealth, the other stays stuck. So what changed? Today, we're breaking down the psychology of poverty, the invisible mental patterns that quietly keep people broke, and more importantly, how to escape them. Now let's be clear. Being poor is not a moral failure. It's not about intelligence, and it's definitely not about worth. There are real systemic challenges in the world. But today, we're not talking about politics. We're talking about psychology, because psychology is powerful, and psychology is controllable. If you change how you think about money, you change how you behave around money, and behavior determines financial outcomes. The poverty mindset is a pattern of thinking shaped by scarcity. When you grow up with limited resources, your brain adapts for survival. You focus on immediate relief, short-term rewards, avoiding risk, protecting what little you have. This makes sense biologically, but long-term wealth requires the opposite: delayed gratification, strategic risk, long-term thinking, investment over consumption. And here's the problem. A survival mindset keeps you alive, but it rarely makes you wealthy. The first psychological trap is short-term thinking. When money feels scarce, the brain becomes urgent. You think, I need relief now. I deserve this now. I might not have this chance again. So you spend, you upgrade, you consume, not because you're irresponsible, but because scarcity narrows your mental bandwidth. Studies in behavioral economics show that scarcity reduces cognitive capacity. It's not that poor people are bad at planning, it's that constant financial stress hijacks mental energy. Meanwhile, wealth grows from compounding, and compounding requires patience. The second trap is identity. If someone grows up hearing, people like us don't get rich, money changes people, rich people are greedy, those beliefs become internal rules, and your brain protects your identity. If wealth conflicts with who you believe you are, you will unconsciously sabotage opportunities. You'll avoid investing, avoid negotiating, avoid aiming higher, because success feels unfamiliar, and the brain prefers familiar over beneficial. The third trap is fear of loss. If you've experienced financial instability, loss feels catastrophic, so you avoid risk at all costs. But here's the paradox. Avoiding all risk is the riskiest strategy. No investing, no skill development, no business attempts, no bold career moves. Wealth requires calculated risk, but trauma creates risk aversion, and risk aversion limits upside. Your environment shapes your expectations. If everyone around you struggles financially, struggle feels normal, debt feels normal, living paycheck to paycheck feels normal, complaining about money feels normal, and humans calibrate their ambition to their surroundings. If you never see wealth modeled, you subconsciously believe it's unrealistic. Your ceiling becomes your circle. The first step is awareness. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Start noticing your automatic thoughts about money. Do you feel anxiety when you think about investing? Guilt when you earn more? Judgment toward wealthy people? Those reactions reveal hidden beliefs, and beliefs can be rewritten. Wealth begins with long-term thinking. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 10 years? Then reverse engineer it. Instead of asking, "What can I afford right now?" ask, "What builds my future self?" This simple shift changes spending behavior dramatically. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your environment. Follow people who talk about investing, watch content about business, read books about money psychology, distance yourself from constant negativity. Exposure changes expectation, and expectation changes behavior. Instead of saying, "I'm bad with money," say, "I'm learning to master money." Instead of, "I'm just not rich," say, "I'm becoming financially disciplined." Identity drives action, and repeated action builds wealth. The truth is, most people don't stay poor because they're incapable. They stay poor because their mindset was trained for survival, not expansion. But the mind is adaptable, and once you understand the psychology behind poverty, you stop blaming circumstances and start building strategy. That's the mental edge. If this changed how you see money, hit like, subscribe for more psychology of success, and comment below, what money belief are you breaking this year? Because wealth doesn't start in your bank account, it starts in your mind.